G real quick.
But I had the deluxe edition reserved like an insane amount. Like,
did I just Google or YouTube your name, SirSquatchy?
yep.
SirSquatchy's live PS4 broadcast.
You're done. Sure you could. Out of my way.
That shit's lit. The graphics are insane.
Oh yeah.
It's on you.
I feel like the difficulty in this game though is so hard.
Oh yeah. I'm also playing on the hard mode too, which doesn't really help. Oh, he's staggered, boy. Dead.
Keep it together. I'm waiting. You're done.
Oh shit, he's up top.
I watched the intro to this live and like to the ending of this timer.
Oh yeah? So you already know what
Yeah.
happens?
Yeah. I know what happens because I was super curious on this game. So
Yeah, like Final Fantasy VII was like the big first step forward with like turn-based. I mean, all the Final Fantasies were turn-based, but it was the first really big one that had like the full characters instead of like the digital models. So like that's what took real strong to the characters. This is also who has Sephiroth and all that, so like one of your biggest Final Fantasy villains, if not the biggest one.
dude, I can't imagine how hard he's going to be.
I don't know. I'm so excited.
Because he was, I mean, obviously the Kingdom Hearts Sephiroth was labeled the hardest boss, like, besides, I was watching
Oh
the video
yeah,
and he was
the
like,
Kingdom Hearts
like,
1. Kingdom Hearts 2,
Yeah.
Sephiroth was okay, but Kingdom Hearts 1, because
Easy.
he had Sin Harvest, so he dropped you to 1 HP and no mana.
Yeah, and
And it was a
right there is-
1v1. So like he would always
Yeah.
Sin Harvest and then you would dash forward, and you had to dodge the dash and then use a max elixir to fucking heal your HP up, but if you went in without max elixirs, then you would die. Because otherwise you had to use ethers to get your mana back and then use Kiriga to hopefully do it while dodging everything. So you had to, once he did Sin Harvest, you had to dodge the attack, hurry up, use the item, and if you messed it up at all, then you just died and you had to start all over.
That right there is just fucking nutty. The, God, dude.
Oh my god, these graphics.
I know! Oh my god. Baby, I want this game!
I bought the freaking collector's edition. It was like $20 more than the regular one. I'm like, yes please. Yep. Yes, there is. But I'm not a big fan of like the Final Fantasy hack and slash style. I really like the Kingdom Hearts one. And these guys did a really good job of like bridging the gap between just classic slow style to being able to like freestyle roam with like Kingdom Hearts. So it's a really good thing. Boom, baby!
You know what? There was a, God, what was the, it was like a 4-disc game, not Legend of the Dragoon, but it was on Xbox that was really good. And they had like the
4
Odyssey?
discs.
Was it like Lost Odyssey or something like that? I don't remember.
That sounds somewhat familiar.
Yeah, it was. I thought that was a really good game too. I got really into it.
I mean, this one's a 2-1. I got the hard copy for this game, the collector's edition hard copy, and it's a 2-disc. And the first disc is 40 gig download.
Lost Odyssey was the actual name of it. I am fucking good.
There you go.
Looks like we made it. And with nothing but a few scratches to show.
Very good game. Very good. I never finished it. Just
God,
like
they made
but I did
Barrett like
finish it.
so black.
Can you predict the reaction with the mock-up?
I mean, there's obviously not a problem with that at all, but it's just funny because he's like, "Here, do it. Let's see if you a man, boy."
I was trying to think about like games like that too, and I was looking at Legend of the Dragoon's final boss when you face Darts' fucking father.
Ooh. Dude, if they remake Legend of the Dragoon, done. Like Final Fantasy VII and Legend of the Dragoon being remade would be like heaven.
I was like,
Because both were
I like
3-disc games.
I thought Legend of the Dragoon was 4. Cause,
Oh,
yeah,
it might have been 4. Final Fantasy VII was 3.
Yeah, I think Dragoon was 4 because you had to, dude. Like, and when you switch discs, they had some good
I'll be
animation
last.
in between the opening videos, and for having it as a PS1 game, like that, the animation in between for the scenes was super fucking good.
I can't wait to freaking unlock Bahamut, because if they do it, which I'm assuming since it's a remake they're going to do it, but in this game there's 3 forms of Bahamut. You got Bahamut Neo, Bahamut Zero, and regular Bahamut.
Bam.
You got fucking Shiva and Ifrit and Leviathan. Oh man, the summons in here.
Ifrit!
Cactar.
Let's go!
If you buy the collector's edition or whatever, you get the Cactar one for free. That green glow that's in my sword, I'm assuming that's what that is.
Yeah.
I'm running on empty here. You can read
I love it.
As soon as I
love
get
my
up here, I'll
Ifrit.
save it, and then I'll start up some Smite, and we can play some Smite, unless you guys are in a game.
No, I'm just.
How much farther do we have to go?
Yeah, he's just sitting there. You know, I want to. He's like, he came up with the idea of playing Mulan, just because that way he's like, I want to try playing Mulan because we really need somebody to play Mulan.
She's so good. I play Mulan. I dabble in her. So you level up your first 2 abilities by doing damage. You level up all your abilities by doing damage, period. But your first 2, you can actually do damage to minions to level it up. Your dart, you only level up by hitting gods, because you can shoot the dart through minions. You level
That's your
up.
passive.
Yeah, your passive, you'll see 3 different gauges. You level them up by dealing damage with those abilities. And so when you yeah, well, there's 3 forms. There's novice, there's adept, and or advanced, and then there's adept or something like that, or mastered. I can't remember. But once you level them up all the way, you unlock. You do more damage the second level up. The third level up, you unlock like an additional ability with them. So your slash gets another slash, and I think it lowers protections. The spear thrust gets an additional spear thrust, and it slows. And then your grapple allows you to grapple walls. So you can grapple. You can hit a wall. Gods, yeah, because you can't deal damage with to enemies. Yes, she does. And then your ult is a 3-stage ulti, so you slash forward, stunning an enemy. If you hit that, you need to flip around real quick because you get a knock-up. If you hit the knock-up, then you get a true damage spear throw, but you only get the next ability if you hit the previous one. So if you dash forward and you don't hit anybody, you don't get the other ones.
Attention all citizens. Attention all citizens. This is an alert from the Shinra Emergency.
Pretty much, yes. That's all
Literally
it is.
it, and then just building tanky, and then just no one.
But the early game for her sucks because you want to use your first 2 abilities on everything, on every camp, because you level them up by dealing damage. It doesn't have to be to gods, so you just everything. You just keep spamming your abilities to get them leveled up. So the blue goes into an intense blue, and then it goes into a gold. So right now it should be just a regular blue, and then it'll go into like a darker.
Yeah, it's called skilled, adept, and then mastered.
That's it. And then when you're mastered, it's gold, and then it'll be like peak master gold. Like when it's all the way leveled up, and then they increase your damage of the abilities, and then it adds on, when you master it, it adds on an additional effect.
So her one at skilled, it's Milan gains attack speed increased after using this ability, and then adept for that one, she gains strikes a 3rd time in a large cone in front of her, and then the mastered gains 5% attack speed all the way around.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mulan's.
And then look at the
spear
damage
thrust.
scaling. What's the damage scaling of it?
It's fucking retarded.
It's like 600 or 5. Like it's something stupid.
Okay, so it's damage per hit, right? And it goes
God, Barrett's
75,
such a
95,
badass,
115, 135, 155 plus 30% of your physical power.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, if you look at the alt though, the alt is what's insane because if you hit all 3 forms of them, without any items or anything, it's like over 1,000 damage plus like
Yep.
like 100 and something percent scaling.
It's 580 or 580 plus 350, so 9. Yeah, so it's 930 without anything. Then you have to add in the plus 60% of your physical power for sword damage, plus 40% of your physical power for spear damage, plus 50% of your physical power for the arrow damage. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
That's
so it's
just
like
base
150.
is 930.
Yeah, that's not counting any weapons. That's just right there.
930 is the base when you're at cap level.
Alright, let's see if I can say. No, I'm not there yet to be able to say. Son of a bitch.
At level 1 for it, though, she does
I'd like my money.
180, 330? Yeah, 330, plus all of the bonuses.
Hey, there we go. Save/load.
So, I mean, 330 is still a lot, but she also, like, the knock-up, the stun, the knock-up, everything is just great for the setup team fight right at the beginning, and then the end game is just fucking nutty.
Yeah, because you double